Crafties, welcome to another video. My name is Infiniti and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do the Tunisian half double crochet stitch. It is a really easy stitch and it works out to be very pretty and textured. A little bit about today's stitch: your tension does matter. I noticed when I was working the stitch that depending on my tension, my stitches would lean to one side or another. I think they call it biasing or something like that. But you just want to keep that in mind, not to have your tension too tight or too loose. And without further ado, I'm going to jump right into the tutorial. Alright, to start off with today's tutorial, you're going to make a slip knot. And you're going to chain. You can chain in any amount you'd like. I'm going to chain 12 today. Oops. 10, 11, 12. Alright, and so today's stitch is a little unique because you dive straight into the stitch once you make your starting chain. So what we do to work this stitch is we yarn over and we work straight into that second chain on our hook. Yarn over and pull up a loop. And then we want to yarn over and work into the next stitch. Yarn over and work into the next stitch. All the way across. Okay, so we have a bunch of extra stitches on our hook from where we cast on, but don't worry, we're going to get rid of them. So to work our returning pass for this stitch, what you're going to want to do, we're not going to be chaining at all. So that's something unique to this pattern. You don't chain when you do your returning pass. When you just yarn over and you pull through those first two stitches, like so. And then what you want to do is yarn over and pull through 3 until you come to your last 2 stitches. So I pull through 3, yarn over, pull through 3. Yarn over, pull through 3. Alright, and then when you come to those last 2 stitches, what you're going to do is just yarn over and pull through 2. Now this stitch isn't really made for height, so you're not going to be chaining or anything. This is pretty much just a texture stitch. So what we're going to do next is we're going to, and it can be kind of bunched up here, we're going to identify that first stitch. And we're going to work through those 2 vertical bars that are facing us. So, like that. And we're just going to work a simple stitch. We're going to yarn over. And we're going to find the next set of vertical bars. And we're going to yarn over. Pull up a loop. Going to yarn over again, find those next 2 vertical bars, and work into those as well. And we're going to do this all the way across. And we're going to work under those last 2 stitches. Right, and that is row 2. Alright, so one of the really awesome things about this stitch is that it doesn't curl up on you, if you'll notice, and it'll be really evident early on if it's going to curl on you or not, and this one definitely doesn't. It creates a thicker type fabric, heavier, so like this stitch would be perfect for scarves and hats and things like that. Alright, so again, we're going to work our returning pass, not chaining, but yarning over and pulling through 2. And then yarning over, pulling through 3 for the rest of the row until you come to the last 2 stitches. Alright, and if you notice your stitch is starting to lean to one side specifically, that might be an indicator that your tension is too tight, or you can switch to a bigger hook and that could help that too. Alright, yarn over. You can also work different stitches between your rows. That kind of gives it a different effect. It's working through those 2 sets of 2 vertical bars. Alright. And I'm going to work up a few more rows and I'll come back when I have a bigger swatch. Alright, so I have worked up a few more rows. I am going to work a returning pass, and then I'm going to show you guys how to cast off on this stitch, or how I would personally go about casting off this stitch. So again, you're going to yarn over and pull through 2 for those first 2, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through 3 until you have 2 loops left on your hook. And then you're going to pull through those last 2. Alright, so what I do to cast off on this stitch, I work under those 2 loops as though I were going to work another row, and then I simply slip stitch through both of those as though they were one stitch, which I guess technically they are. And I just do that all the way across until I have completely cast off. the one stitch that's not supposed to curl up on you and I make it curl, I'm going to chain 1 and fasten off. And there you have it. So the blocking with this stitch is going to come in, like I said, if you have tight tension. I for one know that I do, and I feel like my stitches are leaning a little bit, so I'm probably going to block this swatch. But this has been rather the Tunisian half double crochet stitch. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If so, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. You can comment down below letting me know how I did or what you would like to see in the future. I should at some point have a survey in my description box. It's linked in my description box. It goes through Google Forms. You can kind of let me know what you'd like to see on the channel, what you'd like to see from me in the future. My hiatus is literally coming up Monday, so I'm kind of excited for that. So until next time guys, happy making.